and welcome to another edition of Press Coverage. Tim McManus alongside the new head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles, Josh Paul Neal. Congratulations, man.
Thank you. Well, as you know, it didn't take a lot for me to get to this point, so.
And they kicked us out of the old studios. They have us here, but that's what happens when the team goes on the slide and gets down to 4-6. With the actual head coach of the Eagles, Chip Kelly, I mean, how much trouble is he in right now? What should people be thinking in terms of this head coach as it looks like the season's hitting a serious tailspin?
Well, I think in terms of his job, I mean, I can't see a situation where Laurie gets rid of him. I think he's loyal to him. I think he believes in him. I think you could definitely see him taking away GM responsibilities, but I think he'll be in place as coach next year. But for the rest of the season, I don't think there's a lot of reason for optimism. I mean, they've had bad losses before, week 2 against Dallas, last week against Miami, so they're not really giving you a whole lot of reason to believe they can turn it around.
Yeah, I'd agree on both fronts. I mean, the optimism is definitely not there. And Chip Kelly's probably here, right? You figure with Jeffrey Lurie, with the investment that he made this offseason into this guy, basically give him the same amount of power that Bill Belichick has and says, go out and create this thing. Well, this is the first stage in the creation. And even though it's going very poorly, it's going to be hard for him to just pull the plug and move forward. But at the same time, I think that there's a level of resentment that's starting to build up, kind of surprisingly so, towards this head coach that, if it continues to go down, then this offseason is going to be very interesting. We'll say that. But how about for this game? It's a quick turnaround. They're going up against the Lions. I mean, that looked like you just put that W in the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
How about now?
I mean, even last week against Miami, even after that loss, I thought, okay, no matter what happens against the Buccaneers, I'm going to pick them against the Lions. But that's how bad they were yesterday. I'm picking the Lions. Sometimes you just got to throw stats out the window. I mean, usually you do that for division games, but when your team is playing this poorly, it doesn't really matter what their stats were the first 10 weeks of the season. I mean, I don't think that they're going to respond that well after that loss. Like I said before, the sentiment that guys were embarrassed was shared, and I think it was sincere throughout. But they've been that way several times this year, so why should I believe that they'll do anything differently on Thursday? And traveling on a short week is going to be tough. I'm picking Detroit in this one.
Talk gets tired after a while. I mean, go back to 2012, and those guys were talking too. They were embarrassed and all those kind of things. But you can fix it or you can't. Yeah. You're totally invested or you're not. And we're not seeing a whole lot of positive signs from this team. And just out of principle alone, I'm going with the Lions. I mean, how can you pick the Eagles at this point until they show you a little something? So that's where we're standing as we head into Thanksgiving. Malcolm Jenkins said, I hope that we don't ruin Thanksgiving for you, and I hope that is the case for you guys. A happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there. On behalf of Josh, Tim, we'll catch you next time right here on Birds 24/7.